nations, and that you can be stoned to death for not keeping the Sabbath. So some of what it says in the Bible we don't follow literally, right? And I know that a lot of us in the community are proud of our president. Here's what the news says. This year's White House LGBT Pride Month reception, an annual happening at the Obama White House, is slated for June 15th this year, the White House confirms this evening. Invitations were received today by several individuals who have been invited to attend this year's White House LGBT Pride Month reception. The event is held 4 p.m. June 15th. So the president seems perfectly comfortable with the celebration. I think we can feel comfortable too.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Rogers.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We live in a society where a lot of people fought and died to protect our right to free speech, and I certainly respect that right. But at the same time, I really need to make sure that everybody in the audience and in the room here out in TV land, that they just understand that what we heard tonight from one of the speakers is really not representative of what the people in the city of Richmond think, of what the council thinks. And one of the happiest days of my life was when I married my wife about 2 years ago now. And there's one thing that was sad that day, and that was that one of my best friends, who is in a committed relationship with another woman who I've known for many years, who took more time and trouble to but to be part of my son Eli's life when he was young. And she did not teach him anything about trying to affect his sexual orientation or anything like that, but she provided a lot of love, a lot of caring. And the one thing I was unhappy about on my wedding day was that my friend and her partner were there, and as a person who happens to be heterosexual, happens to have that privilege, I was able to get married, and she was not. And 30 or 40 years ago, people were saying the same kind of stuff we heard today, and they were saying it about African Americans, and it had a place in our society, and people would say stuff like that publicly. And I hope, and I trust, and I pray that 30 or 40 years from now, not even a few people will be saying the very hurtful types of things we heard tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, with that, we're going to go on to the next item.
Madam Mayor.
Oh, Councilmember Butt.
You know, I can't let this go either. You know, I agree with what Jeff said. We're all God's children. In Richmond, we celebrate diversity and tolerance. And I think that, you know, celebrating anything and celebrating our diversity is not a zero-sum game. There's room to celebrate everything. We've got a lot of things to celebrate. Look at all the different celebrations that happen in December. So I think that, you know, there simply aren't enough months in the year to allocate one celebration per month. They're all important. Some of them are more important to other people, to some people than others. But at the end of the day, we have a lot to celebrate, and we should be thankful that we live in a country where we can celebrate all of these things whenever we want to without anybody interfering with us. And I hope that we can proceed in these meetings without so much criticism of different people's thoughts and dedications to certain things. There's room for all of us, and we just need to realize that. That's what this city's about, and we need to live it.
Thank you, Councilmember Butt. Well said. All right, so we're going to move on to